Welcome to the Basic 3D Modeling course. In this course, I will introduce you to the exciting world of 3D modeling using Microsoft Paint 3D. Throughout this course, we will cover all the fundamental concepts and handy shortcuts you need to know. By the end of this course, you will be able to create your own 3D house and room, just like the one you are seeing on your screen right now. We will construct every detail from windows and doors to glass panels, beds, and more. This course is designed with beginners in mind. So, if you have ever ventured into 3D modeling before, you are in the right place to kickstart your journey. To get started, you will need two essential pieces of software, both available for free on the Windows Store: Microsoft Paint 3D and 3D Viewer. So let's dive right in and explore the fascinating world of basic 3D modeling together. Hello, welcome to the first lesson of this course. In this lesson, I will show you the fundamentals of Paint 3D. Open Paint 3D by pressing the Start menu and search for Paint 3D. We are creating a new project, so click on New. This white portion is known as Canvas. We don't need canvas, so I will turn it off. Go to canvas and turn off the canvas. I will go to the 3D shape and create a shape. You can see that the cube is already selected. Click on the blank space anywhere to generate the cube. This is a 3D cube. You can move it randomly like this. You can move it in a straight line horizontally and vertically by holding the Shift key on the keyboard. You can increase or decrease the size like this, or you can hold the Control key to increase its size while keeping the center fixed. You can rotate the shape on the axis using these three buttons. You can adjust the position in 3D space using this button. You can flip it horizontally using this button, and you can flip it vertically using this button. These buttons are for cut, copy, paste and delete. However, we will use the shortcuts for the cut, copy and paste. Suppose I want to make a copy of this shape. I will click on the shape. I will press Ctrl plus C and then Ctrl plus V. Remember one thing, the copied shape will always appear over the original shape. So I will move the copied shape like this. You can select multiple objects by holding the Control button and selecting with the mouse. You can group the selected shapes using this group button. Now these group shapes will act as a one shape. You can ungroup them and they will act as a single object. Also, you can select all the shapes using Ctrl plus A. The shortcut for grouping the shapes is Ctrl plus Z. You can see that it is grouped, and to ungroup them, press Ctrl plus Shift plus G. Now I will show you how to save. Go to the menu and click on Save As. You can save it as a picture, 3D model, video or Paint 3D project. Click on Paint 3D project. When you save it as Paint 3D project, you can edit it anytime. Let's close this window and open Paint 3D again. Now when you click open, you can see your saved project here. You can edit it anytime. Now I will show you how to save as a 3D model. Click on the menu and save as a 3D model. I will save it in my documents. Now open File Explorer. You can use the Windows plus E button to open File Explorer. And in the documents, you can open your 3D model. It will automatically open in 3D Viewer software if you have downloaded the software. Here you can change the theme and environment of the 3D model. So these were all the basics of the course. Practice the shortcuts with different 3D shapes and I will catch you up in the next lesson. In this video, I will show you how to create an opaque window for a house. I will create a simple window. In the upcoming lessons, I will show you how to create a transparent window. I will go to 3D shapes and insert a cuboid. Let's turn off the canvas because it will give us better visibility. Make a copy of this cuboid. Move the copied cuboid and rotate it 90 degrees as shown in this video. Arrange the cuboids. I will zoom in because it will give us a better accuracy. Zoom it out. Group both the cuboids. Now make a copy of this whole new shape. I will flip it vertically and horizontally. Select all the shapes and group them. This shape will serve as the border of our window. I will go to the 3D shapes again and insert a cube. I will change the color of the cube so it will look like a glass, even though it is opaque. I will decrease the width of the cube and rotate it 90 degrees as shown in this video. I will place this shape over that shape. I will change the color of the border. I will select all the shapes and group them. Now this looks like a very basic shape of a window. I will save this shape and use it while we create a house in the upcoming chapters. In this lesson, I will show you how to create a 3D door. Click on this cube and make a cuboid like this. Rotate the cuboid and decrease the width. Rotate it again. Change the color to make it look like a door. I will select brown color. You can select any color. Now I will insert a window that I created in the earlier classes. I will place this window over the door like this. I will make a copy of this shape and place it like this. Now I will select these two shapes and make copies of them. I will arrange the copied shapes over the door like this. I will select all these shapes and group them. Arrange the shape in the 3D space like this. Let's select all the shapes and move them aside. I will create a sphere to make a knob for this door. Decrease the size of the knob. Change the color to light gray and change this matter to polished material. Place this knob over this door. Arrange the knob in the 3D space. Select all the shapes and group them. Our 3D door is ready. I will save it as Paint 3D project and I will also save this as a 3D model. In this lesson, I will show you how to create a 3D house. I will use the window and door that I created in the earlier lesson to create this house. First, I will create an outline for our house. So let's start creating the outline. I will go to 2D shapes and I will create a square. I will click Make 3D. Now I will create a triangle and I will make it 3D. Now I will adjust both of these shapes so they will look like the basic outline of a house. Now I will use this doodle to trace the outline of this 2D shape. I will start tracing the outline of this house. I will not trace this part because it's not the outline. Now this 3D shape is ready. I will decrease the height of the house. Now I will create a slanted roof for this house. For that I will go to 3D shapes and create a cuboid. I am making a slanted roof, so I will rotate this 45 degrees. Make a copy of this cuboid and flip it horizontally. Arrange the shape like this. Select both these shapes and group them. Change the color. Also change the color of this shape. Now I will place this slanted roof over the structure of this house. Now we can see that the edges of both shapes are not parallel. I want to make them parallel. I will decrease the height of this shape and this will make the edges parallel to the slanted roof. The front view of the house looks good to me. Let's select both the shapes and rotate them to see the other side. Now this side doesn't look good. I will arrange the positions of the shapes. I will make this longer. Make this shape longer too. Now select both the shapes and rotate them back to their original positions. I will make a copy of this slanted roof to make the house more realistic. I will change it to white and place it below the original roof. Now select all, rotate all and increase the length of this white shape. Turn off the canvas for better visibility. Select all the shapes and group them. Now the basic structure of our house is ready. Now it's time to add door and window to the house. I will insert the door and window that I created in the earlier lessons. I will go to insert, I will select the door. I will decrease the size of the door. I will rotate both the shapes. I will rotate this door parallel to this face of the house. Rotate the shapes back to their original position and arrange the door in the 3D space so that it sticks to the face of the house. Select all the shapes and go to the back of the house. Now I will attach a window to this house the same way I have inserted the door. You can make as many copies of this window as you want and attach them to the house. Also, you can attach the windows to the other faces of the house if you want to. Now select all the shapes and come to the front view. You can see that we have attached the door and window properly, so I will group all the shapes. I will create a base for this house. I will create a cuboid like structure. Change the color. I will place the house over this base and I will adjust it to the base. You can see that we have created a simple house. I will save it as a 3D model. I will minimize this window and I will open the 3D house I have created. Go to the place where you have saved your file. I have saved it in my documents. Here is our house. I will open it. It has opened in the 3D viewer. Here you can change the lighting and shading of the 3D model. It's like rendering. So this is how we can create a 3D house. It's a very basic house and we will talk about adding texture to the house in the later lessons. In this video, I will show you how to make 3D glass in Paint 3D. When I click 3D shapes, I can see that there is no option to create a transparent 3D glass in this section. And if I explore all the options here, you can see there is no direct option to create a transparent 3D glass. Although I have a trick to create a 3D glass. Go to 2D shapes and create a circle. It's already selected here. Go to fill and select solid. Go to line type and select none. Now you can see the opacity here. Click on this opacity to decrease it. Decreasing the opacity will make the object transparent. I will set it to 50% and then I will click on make 3D. This is how we create transparent glass in Paint 3D. You can rotate it like a 3D object. I will make another object here to show that this glass is transparent. Let's go to the 3D shapes again and create a cube here. When we move this circle over the cube, you can see that the circular glass is transparent, or you can say that it is translucent. So with this you can create transparent glass in Paint 3D. It will help you create glass buildings, windows and something like that. In this video, I will show you how to create a glass window and how to attach it to a wall. I am going to make a window like this. First thing first, turn off the canvas. Go to 3D shapes and create a cuboid. Now make a copy of this cuboid. Rotate the cuboid 90 degrees. Place the new cuboid as shown in the video. You can zoom in for the better accuracy. Select both cuboids and group them. Click on the shape and make a copy of it. Flip it vertically and horizontally. Select all and group all. Now we have made this part of the window. I will change the color of the shape. Now I will make the rest of the parts. I will make a copy of this shape. Move the copied shape here. Decrease the size of the shape. I want this little shape to be the 1/4 of the previous shape. Now I will make glass for the smaller shape. I have already shown you how to make a glass in one of the previous lessons. Go to 2D shapes. Insert a square as shown in the video. In fill, select solid. In line type, select none. Decrease the opacity and make it 3D. Arrange the glass in the 3D space using these buttons. Select this shape and change the color. I will choose a dark color. Select both of these shapes and group them. Now copy these shapes 3 times and place them as shown in the video. Now select all the smaller shapes here and move them here. Now select all the shapes, move here and group them. Now I will show you how you can attach this glass window to a wall. For that we have to create a wall with some space for this window. I will go to 3D shapes. I will make a cuboid. Decrease the width and rotate it like this. Copy the cuboid to make the horizontal part of the wall. Now I will move the window here to see how much space I have to leave for this window. Arrange the window on the wall. However, you can also resize the window according to the space. I will complete the rest of the wall by copying the cuboid. By holding the Ctrl key, I will select all the cuboids. You can change the color of the cuboid and that will change the color of the wall. So this way we can create a transparent window and place it on the wall. This will be really helpful when we create our house. I have already shown you how to create a house in the previous lessons. In this lesson, I will show you how to create an open room. For any three-dimensional room, we need two walls and a floor to show it is a three-dimensional room. I will insert a cube, increase the size, and decrease the width so it will look like a wall. I will make a copy of this shape and place it like this. It will act as the floor of this room. I will make another copy of the shape and rotate it like this. This will be another wall for the room. I will change the color of the wall. Arrange this wall in 3D space like this. I will select these two shapes and adjust the height a little bit. Now select all the shapes and group them. Now this is a basic 3D room that has a floor and two walls. I will use this structure to create 3D models of bedrooms, living rooms, etc. I want to tell you something important. When you are editing this shape, if you accidentally rotate the shape to any random position like this, there is an easy way to go back to its original position. To do that, click anywhere on the blank space and press Ctrl plus G. It will move back to its original position. I will change the color of this shape. Now we can change the texture of the floor by applying stickers. You can use the basic stickers from the stickers section. You can also download stickers from the internet. I will talk about that later in the course. I will select this wooden texture. I will click here and I will increase the size of it while holding the control key. I will click here to apply. You can see that the floor looks like a wooden floor. Now I will show how to paint different colors on the inside of the wall. I will go to the brushes section. I will select this bucket. Now here is the default settings. This default setting will paint the color on every side of the shape. I don't want that. I will change that to side. I will select any color. Let's select the blue color. When I click here, you can see that this area is painted blue and the rest of the area is still green. So it is useful when you want to paint different sections with different colors. You can rotate it from here and paint the blue color on this side as well. You can see that it's looking really cool with different colors on different sides. I will go back to its original position by clicking on the blank space and pressing Ctrl plus Z. I will save it as Paint 3D project. This is the end of this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it. In this lesson, I will show you how to add custom texture to the floor of a 3D room. I have this window opened already. I will open another Paint 3D window over this one. Click on New. Create a cube and decrease the width and rotate it. Now I will create some random diagrams over this cube. You can create any random diagram. I will go to 2D shapes and I will insert a circle. You can insert any shape. I will increase the thickness, make this solid and change the color at both places. Now place this over this shape. Click here to finalize. Now this diagram is permanently pasted over this 3D shape. Now I will show you how to multiply this basic shape and make texture out of it. I will click on the shape. I will make a copy of the shape and put it beside the original shape. I will select both shapes and group them. I will click on the new shape and make a copy of it. Put it beside and group them again. Repeat the same steps again and create a whole texture as shown in this video. Using your imagination and creativity, you can create any texture using the various shapes available. Now copy the finalized shape and paste it on the window in which we have already created a 3D room. Now decrease the size of the texture. Rotate the 3D room like this and place this texture over the floor. When you select all the shapes and rotate them like this, you can see that the texture is not properly arranged here. Place this texture on the floor. Now select all and rotate it back. Adjust the dimension of the texture. Now you can see that the texture is looking good. Click anywhere and press Ctrl plus Z to come back to the normal position. Now delete this texture. Now I will make another texture which will give you better clarity. Go to the other window of Paint 3D. Now delete this texture. I will create a chessboard type structure. Insert a cube. Decrease its width and rotate it. Now change it to black. Copy the shape, put it beside it, and change the color to white. Now I will do the same thing that I did for making the first texture. I will select both shapes and group them. I will click on the new shape and make a copy of it. Put it beside and group them again. Repeat the same steps again and create a whole texture as shown in this video. Now here comes the tricky part. When I make a copy of this whole line, the white color is just below the white block and the black color is just below the black block. I don't want that. I want my black block to be placed below the white block and so on. So I will click on the shape and I will flip it horizontally. Now it is looking good. Now repeat the same pattern again and create the whole texture. Make sure we have 8 squares on each side of it. Now I will copy this texture and paste it into the other window. Adjust the position just like we did before. I am repeating the same steps which I have used to create the first texture. Click anywhere and press Ctrl plus Z to come back to the normal position. Select all the shapes and group all the shapes. So this way we can add customized texture to the floor of our room. In this video, I will show you how to add a 3D glass window to our 3D room. I have already shown you how to create a transparent window and how to create a wall around it. I will try to apply the technique in our 3D room. I have already created a transparent window and saved it as a Paint 3D project on my computer. I will open a new Paint 3D window. Click on Open and open my transparent window project. I will click on Select and click on this window. I will select all of them and group them. I will copy this and paste it on the other window in which we have created the 3D room. The window is very big with respect to the size of the wall, so I will decrease the size of the window. I can place the window anywhere on the wall by creating some space on the wall. This place will be good for the window. Let's put the window aside. Now both the walls and the floors are grouped objects. To create space on this wall, we need to ungroup it from everything else. Click on this shape and click ungroup. Now when I click on this wall, you can see that the texture and the shape are ungrouped. But both walls are still a single object, so I will ungroup it again. Now when I click here, I can see that the wall is a different object. Let's create some space for this window on this wall. First I will change the color of this wall so it will give me a better visibility with respect to this wall. Let's select this dark green color. You can select any color. Decrease the height of the wall. Now place this window here. I will arrange the window in 3D space. You can zoom in for better accuracy. Now complete the wall around this window by copying and pasting this section of the wall. I have already shown you how to do this in one of my previous lessons. There is nothing much to show here, so I will fast forward this video. You can select all the section of the walls and change their color at any time. Select all the shapes and group them. You can see that the room is looking really good. And the window is also looking good. This is how we can attach the transparent window to our 3D room. This is the end of this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it. In this lesson, I will show you how to make curtains and how to attach them to the 3D walls of our 3D room. I have already opened this 3D room. Open a new Paint 3D window. First of all, I will make a rod for the curtain. The rod of the curtains are cylindrical in shape, so I will go to 3D shapes and insert a cylinder. Rotate this rod and make a copy. Rotate it 90 degrees. I want to join both of these rods, so I will need a curved cylinder. I will insert a curved cylinder. I will place it here just like this and arrange all the shapes. I will select all the shapes. I will decrease the sizes. I will increase the length of this cylinder. Select these two shapes, group them and make a copy of them. I will flip them horizontally. I will move these shapes on this side of the cylinder. I will select all the shapes and change the color. I will select gray color. I will move it here. Group all the shapes. Now I want to make curtains. I want some rounded zigzag shapes to make curtains. You can see that there is no zigzag shape available here. So I will use this doodle to create a zigzag like structure. I will select this doodle and I will make a shape like this. I will decrease the width and height of the shape. I will rotate the shape 90 degrees and increase the height like this. Now it is pretty much looking like a curtain. Now I will attach the curtain to this rod. I'll select this rod and rotate it 90 degrees like this. I will arrange it in 3D space. Now I will copy this curtain and place it here. I will select all the shapes and group them. I will copy this and paste it on the other window in which we have created the 3D room. I will adjust the size and I will place it over the window. I will arrange it in 3D space. I will select all the shapes and rotate them like this. Attach the curtain properly to the wall. I will select all the shapes and rotate them like this. You can see that the curtain is now properly attached to the wall. So this is how we can create curtains and attach them to the 3D wall of our 3D room. This is the end of this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it. In this lesson, I will show you how to create a simple 3D bed in Paint 3D. I will create a 3D bed like this. So first of all, I will create this part of the bed, which consists of a sphere and a cuboid. I will make a cuboid like this. I will create a sphere, decrease its size and place it like this. You can select both shapes and rotate them like this to see if the sphere is properly placed or not. I will select all the shapes and I will group them. I will change the color. Now I will make this section of the bed. I have made this section using the cylinder. I will insert a cylinder and decrease the height. I will rotate the cylinder and make the dimensions look like this. I will arrange it here. Change the color. Now I will make this part. For this I will make a copy of the shape and move it like this. I will change the color and I will place it like this. Arrange it in 3D space. Now I will copy this shape and place it on this side. I will select all the shapes and I will group them. I will rotate the shape and place it like this. I will copy this shape and place it here. I will flip it horizontally. Select both shapes and rotate them like this. Now create a cuboid to construct this part of the bed. I will decrease the height and rotate it like this. Adjust the dimensions. Change it to brown color. I will select all the shapes and I will group them. Now I will create this part of the bed, which will be another cuboid. I will change it to this pink color. Select all the shapes, rotate them, adjust the dimensions. Select all and rotate it back. I will group them. Adjust the dimensions. Now I will make these pillows using these soft edge doodles. I will start anywhere and complete the whole loop like a square. Adjust the position in 3D space. Change the color. Make another copy of the pillow. Select all and rotate it like this. Group all the shapes. You can see that our bed is ready. I will save it as a 3D model. This is the end of this lesson. In this lesson, I will show you how to create a drawer. I will insert a cuboid, which will be the core piece of our whole drawer. I will change the color to something light. Now I will insert another cuboidal shape, which will serve as a different section of the drawer. I will change the color. To create the handle of the drawer, I will insert a cylinder. I will increase the width of the cylinder. I will decrease the height of the cylinder. I will change the color and I will put it in this section. You can see that this shape is behind that shape. So I will bring this forward using this button. Now place it here. Arrange it in 3D space. Select these two shapes and group them. Now place this shape over the big shape. Bring it to front a little and place it like this. You can further arrange the shape if you want to. I will make 3 sections here. I will copy this shape and place it below the first one. Now I will copy it once again and place it here. Arrange all the shapes. Select all the shapes and rotate them. Group them like this. Now I will make the top of the drawer. I will make a shape like this. Select all the shapes and rotate them. I will decrease the height here. I will place it like this. I will change the color. Select all and group all. I will save it as a 3D model. I will save it in my documents. You can create various sections of different designs if you want to. This is the end of this lesson. In this lesson, I will make a wall photo to be hung in our 3D room. Click on the 3D shape and create a cuboid like this. Rotate the cuboid and decrease the width. Rotate it back. I will change the color. I want to insert a photo inside this frame. I will go to the sticker section. You can insert any picture you like. I will insert a picture that I have on my computer. Arrange this picture in this shape and click on this icon. I will save this picture as a 3D model. I will name it photo. We will use this photo for our 3D room. This is the end of this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed it. Now I have created all the different things for our room. It is time to insert all of them to our 3D room. I have already opened our 3D room. I will insert the objects one by one. First of all, I will insert the bed I have created. I will go to menu, then I will go to insert. I have saved everything in documents. I will insert the bed. I will adjust the size and position. I will repeat the same steps and I will insert the drawer. I will adjust the size and position. I will place it like this. Now I want to hang the photo I have created on this blue wall. I will select all the shapes and rotate them like this. I will insert the photo. I will resize and I will arrange that in 3D space. Now I will go to the menu and save it as a 3D model. I will open my file explorer, go to documents and then open the 3D room. You can see that the 3D room is looking magnificent. You can select different environments here. You can change the lighting from here. I have shown you how to create everything from scratch. Now it's your turn. Try to make different types of rooms. You can create dining rooms, bathrooms, etc. You can further decorate with your creativity. So currently this is the last lesson of this course. I will upload more lessons in the future. Keep practicing 3D modeling and keep practicing Paint 3D.